It's your boy Lil Josh, and you watching Biz Entertainment. Y'all know what's going on. And we back with another one, man. Today is day 29 of Scaretober, Blogtober, 31 days of scary movies, man, with your boy Bizzle Entertainment. Let's get it. Y'all, we are 29 days in. 29 days in of Scaretober. We almost done with it. We got 2 more days left. We got 2 more days left of Scaretober, y'all. I'm so excited that we have made it this far. And I also made a lot of progress. I made a lot of, just a lot of good things happen from me doing this. First things first, we're gonna talk about The Mummy of 1932. And now this one is gonna be a quick review, y'all, because I've noticed during this series, the black and white movies, I'm really not a fan of them. And this one really kind of just was, I really couldn't watch this one. Like it just wasn't good, to me. So with that being said, it was a black and white film, 1932, and it just was boring to me, y'all. It was a scene that was probably, I think it went like maybe 2 or 3 minutes with no audio, like no sound, nothing. The dude was looking for something, but like there was nothing. You wouldn't even know it was a movie playing if you weren't looking at the TV. I mean, you can check it out, The Mummy of 1932, but it just wasn't, I'm not a big fan of it, I'm not gonna lie. So there's really not a lot to be said with this. So we're gonna go ahead and rate it. The rating that I give this movie is a 3 out of 10. And that kind of is on the same line of all the other black and white films that we watched. I think it may have been one decent one that we watched. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go back and look. But yeah, this how The Mummy was for me, y'all. And we also watched Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Now this is another film from the Freddy franchise. Now when I first watched this film, I was majorly confused. Like I really didn't know what was going on until I researched that this is like the 6th film of this franchise. So the first film we watched was Nightmare on Elm Street. That was the first of their franchise. This movie is like number 6. So we jumped from 1 all the way to 6. So I was really confused on what we was watching because it was a lot of stuff going on. So I'm gonna have to go back and I'm gonna have to watch the whole series just so I can get a clear understanding of everything. But y'all know how I feel about the Freddy franchise. I like it. I like Freddy as a character because I just like the power that they gave him. Like he's able to come to you in your dreams, and if you fall asleep, he got you. You know what I'm saying? So I really like his character. And another thing that I like that Wes Craven does in these movies is the Freddy universe or dream world, whatever you want to call it. They make those scenes look so good. Like it's always I'm always looking forward to seeing that scene of when Freddy is finna get you because the scene is just so crazy. So there was a scene in this movie, like I think when she went under the sheets of the bed and it ended up being a long tunnel to like Freddy's dungeon or whatever. But so I really like the Freddy series, the franchise and everything like that. One thing that I liked about this film, and this also confused me, was the actual characters from the other movies before this one played themselves in this movie. So Wes Craven was in the movie and he was directing the movie. It was like a movie within a movie type of like parallel universe type of thing. I don't know. It was really mind-boggling and crazy. And that's why I was so confused. But basically, I guess when this comes on, like all the other movies were just filmed I don't know how they did. That's why I said I'm gonna have to go back and look and see. But I really like this one. I mean, like I said, I like the Freddy franchise. I think this was a good movie and everything like that. Obviously, great acting. And I like the creativity. Like with Freddy, there's so much creativity you can give and do, and they just used it to the max. Like there's no limit on the creativity that they put in these films, and that's part of the reason I like them so much. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and rate this film as well. And the rating that I give this film, and maybe because I was confused, I don't know, but the rating I give this film is a 6.7 out of 10. It's not the best, but it's not bad either. I feel like there may be some ones better than this one, but maybe once I watch all of them, this will kind of up the rating a little bit. So I kind of did this to myself by jumping into it and skipping movies around. But the whole point of this series is not to watch movies in order or something like that. These are supposed to be classical movies from different franchises. They're supposed to be classical movies, and they're supposed to be like the iconic movies of their franchise. So it's not necessarily gonna be the best movie of their franchise, but it's gonna be something that was the most memorable, or like the origin, or something like that. So that's why we have a mix of classical and new with these movies, because they're supposed to be iconic moments in the horror film industry, especially around Halloween time. So yeah, with that being said, we're gonna move on to the next movies that we're gonna watch. And to keep up with everything, we're gonna have to watch 3 movies for this next video. So, alright, so the next 3 movies that we're gonna have to watch for this next video are Creepshow of 1982, Event Horizon of 1997, and finally Bride of Frankenstein of 1935. So, Creepshow says it's a horror fantasy movie. We have the director George A. Romero. I think that name sounds familiar. We have a Stephen King story. And so we're gonna read the overview for this. Overview says a compendium of 5 short but terrifying tales contained with a single full-length feature. This film conjures scares from traditional boogeyman and portents of doom. In one story, a monster escapes from his holding cell. Another focuses on a husband with a creative way of getting back at his cheating wife. Other stories concern a rural man and a visitor from outer space, and a homeowner with huge bug problems and a boozing corpse. So I'm not sure what I just read, but I don't even know what this is supposed to be about. I just read it, but that don't even make sense. But we're gonna watch Creepshow. I see some familiar faces, but yeah. So the next movie, Event Horizon, 1997. This is a horror sci-fi film. The director is Paul W.S. Anderson. $60 million budget on this, so this should be a pretty good movie, I assume. Either that or it's a lot of CGI in this movie, but we're gonna find out. Overview of this movie is: after disappearing for 7 years, revolutionary spaceship Event Horizon is rediscovered. The team of scientists sent to investigate find that the entire crew is dead, and the terrifying, malevolent presence is lurking on board. So this seems pretty cool, but we're gonna see about it. We're gonna see what I never heard of that movie, but we're gonna see what it's talking about. And the final movie we'll be watching is The Bride of Frankenstein, 1935, horror / sci-fi. Not too excited for this film, being it's black and white, but you know, hey, we're gonna make do what it do. Director James Whale, he was the director, I think, of the original Frankenstein, if I'm not mistaken. And the overview says, after recovering from injuries sustained in the mob attack upon himself and his creation, Dr. Frankenstein falls under the control of his former mentor, Dr. Pretorius, who insists the now chastened doctor resume his experiments and create new life. Meanwhile, the monster remains on the run from those who wish to destroy him, without understanding that his intentions are generally good despite his lack of socialization and self-control. Pretty self-explanatory right there. But yeah, that's all that I have for y'all for what we're gonna be watching tomorrow. Make sure if y'all are keeping up with these movies, make sure y'all watch those so we can talk about them tomorrow and everything like that. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in to this series. Like I said, we're almost at the end, literally 2 days away from ending this series, and I am, had a good time. I feel like I had a good time watching all these movies. I was impressed by some, and I was disappointed in others, but that's the movie side of things and everything like that. Make sure y'all follow my socials down below. I'll be posting on everything, so that's how you can see different versions of Bizzle and things like that, me in different environments and whatnot. And make sure that y'all like the video. Make sure if y'all subscribe, that y'all turn on the post notifications so y'all can always know when Bizzle is dropping another video, because after this series, I won't be posting every day, but I'll be posting multiple times through the week. So y'all are gonna need to know when the next video drops. Appreciate everybody for watching. It's your boy Lil Josh. You watching Biz Entertainment, and I'm out, man.